Hi, we're the creators of PulmoVision. My name is Lauren.
I'm Jessica.
I'm Archana.
I'm Shayan.
PulmoVision is a pediatric lung health monitoring device. It consists of a heart rate monitor, it measures blood oxygen saturation, breathing rate, and also the EKG. It is designed for both doctors in private practice and in hospitals, as well as for caretakers and parents to use at home.
So part of what makes our device child-friendly is that we designed an enclosure for the wires and some of the sensors themselves. And the enclosure that we made is a treasure chest, which was designed in SolidWorks and then 3D printed using a MakerBot 3D printer. So if we open it up, then you can see that the sensor dock, which is what we use to interface with the respiration monitor and the EKG, is placed in here along with some of the wires, and also the EKG sensor box and the gas pressure sensor box as well. So the point of this is to sort of make it more child-friendly and also just easier to look at and also safer, since the wires aren't just sprawled all over the place.
Hi, I'm going to be showing you how PulmoVision works. So as you can see, our test subject today is Jessica, and she already has everything connected to her. So she has the pulse oximeter on her finger, she has the EKG connected to these 3 electrodes on her arms, and she has the respiration belt around her waist. So I'm just going to start running this VI. So press go, and then to start the data collection, I just press start. And you can see right here it shows the heart rate. Right down here is the breathing rate. Here's the blood oxygen saturation, and then this is the EKG reading. And then we also have LEDs for each of these parameters. So we have a red LED to indicate a value that's too high, and a red LED to indicate a value that's too low, and then a green LED to indicate that the value is in the normal range. So when the patient has a too high heart rate or too high breathing rate, then the red LED will light up, for instance. So there are a couple of different options that the user can choose when starting this device. One of them is the patient's age. So this device is meant for children from age 0 through 12. And so when the user is setting up the device, they can choose what age range the user is. And the values for the heart rate and the breathing rate, healthy ranges, depend on the patient's age. So this is why this is an important choice to have. I can select the patient's age from this menu ring. So I'll select 10 to 12 years. And then I can also select custom values and type in a personalized range. So right now I'm going to put in the maximum heart rate as 100, the minimum heart rate as 40, the maximum breathing rate as 50, the minimum breathing rate as 20, the oxygen saturation highest value as 100%, and then the minimum oxygen saturation as 90%. And then I press OK, and the VI starts running and displaying the values. As you can see, Jessica is normal. So this is our block diagram for the main VI, and we used a simple state machine structure. So outside of the while loop, we have 3 main clusters with our heart rate data, breathing rate data, and the blood oxygen saturation data. We also use a couple cues and notifiers to gather data from the sub-VIs where we run the pulse oximeter and the EKG and the breathing rate monitor. So you can see here's one of the cues, the waveform and numeric data for the EKG and the breathing rate. And then here's the other cue with the oxygen saturation information.